All right. Hey guys, let's talk. Um, Marathon. I think it's 10 days. That's 10, 11 days. So let's talk real quick about that. 10 days. What are you gonna do for the next 10 days? Um, you know what I'm thinking, right? Just stick to the plan. I was gonna do the half marathon. I'm doing the 10K now. But if I was doing the half, hay's in the barn. You're done. You can do the schedule says 8K tomorrow, um, off Friday, 6K on Saturday, 6K on Sunday. They actually showed 10K on next Tuesday. I wouldn't do that. Depends how you feel. If 10K is like your easy run, go for it. But stick to the plan. Don't do more. A lot of people start freaking out. I haven't done my last. I missed a 36K run for a marathon. That too late. What you got is what you got. Um, there's a lot of things you can do to make this better. There's way more things you can do to make this worse. Throw your diet out the window. That would probably hurt. Um, Not paying attention to the course. Do your coursework. I'm going to say that. I know some people say they want to be surprised on race day. No, you don't want anything to be surprised. You want to know where that turn is. You don't want to, even if there's a volunteer there, you don't want to go straight through past the volunteer or you missed a volunteer. You want to know where the aid stations are. You want to know, oh, I'm thirsty. What's on the course, right? Go to the fact page on the marathon. I think they're listing what the product's going to be for gels and hydration. Figure out where that is. Are you going to carry some water with you? Are you not going to? My suggestion is don't take anything else with you but what you're wearing. Maybe a gel or two if you want, but that should be it. Um, what's the weather going to be like? It's raining today. I think I've seen as far as next Saturday. Saturday's going to be warm. I'm hoping it's like this. This would be perfect. A little bit of rain doesn't hurt. Um, a little bit of overcast. And if you've ever run Victoria in the rain makes the best pictures ever for a finish line picture. So just saying, hope for that. But stick to your plan, right? You've been doing this for 18 weeks, 18 plus weeks. Don't change anything. I would suggest grab a notepad, write down what your plans are for the next, okay, I think including today, 11 days. What are you doing each day? Follow the plan, stick to it, tell everybody you know that's what the plan is, no matter what the family wants to do, no matter what work wants to do. If work is calling you for overtime, no. I know they can pay you 6 times what you're normally paid. This is important. So do that. Diet. Stick to the diet you've been doing all along. What was your last long run? What did you have before that last long run? That's your diet for the next 2 weeks. Stick to it. Don't change it. Hydration, the same thing. Don't start carbo loading and don't start loading up with water and peeing every 5 minutes. It is not gonna change things. So stick to that. And again, I said this before. A lot of stuff we're told we're supposed to do. Sometimes it's overkill. But do what's worked for you up until now. That's why you've been doing the training for, well, 17 weeks now, or 16 weeks, I guess, to figure out what works and what doesn't. What's worked so far, stick to it. Don't change anything for the next week. Um, have fun. Go for a few fun runs. If you want, I guess it's too late to sign up for a race this weekend, but there's a race in Kinsman Park. You can try to register for it. It's a 5K. I would say do that. That would be fine. That would even no matter what distance you're doing, that would be fine. There's a 5 and a 10. Do the 5, and just have fun. Run with other people. If you haven't done that for a while, that's a real boost for you as well. And then the other thing I would say to do, what are you doing after the 7th, after the yeah, 17th, after the 17th of August? What is your plan? What's your next goal? Think that now. Think that through. I don't want to hear the words, this is my bucket list event and I'm not going to run ever again. I don't want to hear that. But yeah, plan that. Plan what's coming next. Is there a fun run you want to do afterwards? If there's a vacation run you want to do, is there some destination run you want to do? Or are you just going to change your plan and start training for triathlons? Getting ready for the winter. Yes, winter's coming. Jon Snow. Plan that. And that's all you need to do. But I think the focus should be beyond. I like finishing a race. I'm weird. Whenever I do a race, the first thing that pops in my head is, was that it? Is that it? Even after doing Ironman, you're out there for 15 hours. I finish, and is that it? But yeah, you want to have a goal beyond that. right? So think about what happens after the day after the marathon. What's happening next? If you're doing halves, you can do halves every other weekend if you want. Marathon is more difficult. You have to recover. So think about recovering as well. We'll talk about that maybe Monday night about recovery, post race recovery, because that's important, especially if you're doing a further distance than you've ever done. And for some people, it's going to be the 5, 10, half, or full. It's the same for everything. But for some, the recovery is a little bit shorter than for others. There has been methods and plans of saying you have to stop running for a certain number of days after a certain number of kilometers or miles. I don't buy that because I've seen guys do. We used to do death race in Grand Cache, which was last weekend, which is why I was crying because I haven't done that race for 17 years. But we would go for a run the following Wednesday and just run our butts off. So were we recovered? Maybe, but running helps. What's the best way to recover from a run? Go for a run. But yeah, so think beyond. But again, maybe even be brain dead for the next 11 days. Just look at your calendar, go to write down what you're doing, and actually write down what you're doing race day, the night before and the day of. Hopefully, you guys have figured out what you're planning on doing that morning. 8,500 competitors. Parking is going to be unreal downtown Edmonton. Think of think about the Oilers playoffs run. Where did all those people park, right? LRT, I think, is probably a good option. Have somebody drive you and drop you off and pick you up after. Plan on going early. If you're doing one of the later races like that 10:30 for the 10K, go early. Find your parking early. Sit around, relax, because it's going to be nuts. Package pickup, I would say if you can do it Thursday. Thursday, I think it starts 10, Fridays, 10 o'clock. Do one of those 2 days. Saturday is going to be nuts because a lot of the people that come from out of town will be going Saturday for package pickup. The lineup will be out the hall. So get that done. I don't think there's a friendship run. I haven't seen anything about that, but if there is, do that on Saturday. That's kind of fun. Um, and if you haven't made your plan for the day, do that day. Get that set in stone. Have it solid. Don't have a friend that might bail on you driving you. Get that set. And then just think about everything else but the run. I still think visualization is important. So pick a pointed time over the next 11 days every day. Pick a spot on the course that you're doing and just try to how's that part going to feel? Say you're doing that marathon and you're running past the finish line to get through the second half. How are you going to feel doing that? How's that run going to feel? You're going to see nice thing about that point where you go past the starting line, lots of people cheering you on. So that's going to be a boost, but you still have 21K to run. So how are you going to get through that? Because there's going to be a lot of people in the course, right? But there's still a lot of points where you might actually be on your own. And I think that's probably one of the hardest things in the world. I remember doing Kelowna, my very first marathon, attempted a marathon. I didn't finish, but you're running and you don't see anybody ahead of you. There's not really many people behind you, and you're out in the middle of nowhere, and you're feeling like, why am I doing this? So get ready for those low moments. What are you going to do? Think about a mantra of some sort in your head. Just, I can do this, or left, right, or hot. What's the Mickey Mouse thing? Hot dog, hot diggity dog. I use that. So yeah, figure something out to carry you through. Visualization will keep you calm. You see, I've been here before. I know what to do. And also when you have done your long runs, you've done your 32, 36K runs, especially if you've done them on your own. How do you get through that? How did you get through those 36K? What got you through the low points? Because there's probably always going to be low points. So yeah, just remember that there's life after that down point. And the closer you get to the finish line, bingo. And I think once you make that turnaround for the second half or for the final run back to the finish line and for the half even where that turnaround point is, it's actually a gorgeous part of the city. You're running along the river valley, Valley View Drive and Summit Drive, I think. And yeah, it's worth just taking a look. Look across the river, take a look at the scenery around it. Some of the houses are magnificent. St. George's Crescent, oh my God. And actually, there's going to be for a photographer photo is going to be at I think St. George's Crescent. So you want to smile. You want to look happy. Look like you may be dying, but look like you're enjoying yourself. Um, but yeah, think about that. Drive the course. Especially both ends, like Grendel Park, that area. Ada Boulevard is beautiful if you've run that before. So do that. Just I would say this weekend, maybe this week or tonight. whatever. But just drive it and enjoy it. If you're coming from out of town, okay, maybe you can't do that. Look on YouTube for a video. I've actually just watched one. It's one of the past routes. I don't think it's a route we do now, but it's pretty close. There's been some changes, but just watch with the video. Just yeah, enjoy it. Just see what you're looking forward to, and just I think the more you know, the better. Knowing where everything is the better. Um, Running Jasper Avenue, it's going to be, I don't know if they've changed the route. I haven't seen anything. So maybe check the fact page today to see there might be something on there. When you go package pickup, they'll have a map up there as well because there's construction on certain parts of this route. So how's that going to affect things? Again, we have the entire width of Jasper Avenue. So if there is construction, there's no cars, right? So we can get through. There's nobody flagging us and telling us, no, you can't go that way. Um, Different when you get to, I think, 102nd and 149th. There are cars, but there's volunteers, so you're protected. Um, yeah, and it's a gorgeous flat course. So yeah, have fun with it. We'll talk a bit more Monday night. I want to talk about yeah, those last 6 days, and we'll talk about what comes after. Anyhow, it's raining. Uh, go for a walk. Um, Drink coffee if that's your beverage of choice, and we'll talk.